Hey guys, and officially welcome to Early Beach. I haven't actually vlogged in Early Beach. If you watched my last video, you will know that I saw, oh, the sun. I went to the Whitsunday Islands doing Ride to Paradise, and yeah, basically this is my last hour or so in Early Beach. I'm actually dreading this evening though because I have a coach journey and it's an overnight bus. This is my first official overnight bus. It's not gonna be fun. It picks me up at like 5:30 and doesn't arrive until like 7:30 AM the next day. It's gonna be so long. Also my face is a burnt mess right now. My lips are burnt, my nose is burnt, everything is red and peeling. Yeah, I'm just essentially walking to Woolworths. I got up really early this morning to go on a run. I figured that going on runs really early before it gets too hot is the best way to do it. Don't know if I look super red because I'm sunburnt or because I've just been on a run. Probably a combination of the two. Such a good look. Yeah, I had to check out of my room as well and sort my stuff, so did that when I got back. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, it gets heavier every single time. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa. This is literally disastrous every single time. It's so heavy. Oh. Ah, it's so heavy on my head. What is happening? This is my life. Literally my life every day. Oh, oh, oh. We're standing on 2 legs. So many bags. Okay, this is me. This is me. Then for the rest of the day, I've basically just tried to stay out of the sun. Well, I've literally stayed out of the sun because I don't want to burn anymore and I kind of want to let this heal. We need lots of snacks. Thank you. Okay, I'm just back at the YHA and this always happens. I always think I have plenty of time and then I just looked at the time and I'm like, wow, I don't have very long. I literally need to like get some food together, sort myself and go to the bus stop. Because I had to check out my room really early this morning, well 10 AM, I kept my main rucksack in this locker here, which you can just use. Like I have my padlock on it and it's just like a day thing. You can put it in for free, which is useful instead of me having to like keep that with me the whole day. So yeah, my stuff is in this locker. I need to get it out and sort it out. I'm gonna leave in like the next 20 minutes, hopefully. It will probably be like a 15-minute walk to the bus stop, especially with my big bag, but yeah, I need to like get a move on. Oh, I really don't make it easy for myself, do I? I said I was going to try and condense my stuff into 3 bags at least, but here we are, still with 4 bags. Loving backpacking, but this is definitely the hardest part and the bit that I'm not very good at. I swear people always look at me and they're like, wow, you've packed really light. I thought I did, but I'm accumulating so much stuff. But yeah, I'm currently slowly making my way to the bus stop. I'm just taking everything one step at a time. My job right now is to get all of this stuff to this coach successfully. Oh, I made it. And 20 minutes early, which is an achievement considering I was rushing when I was in Woolworths. This strap at the top here, this chest one, I think is supposed to like help with it being on your shoulders, but it still aches really badly. That walk was like harder than my run this morning, no joke. But yeah, look at my sunburnt nose. That's so bad. It's so weird because it's like I keep thinking that I'll be in a bed at some point after this coach journey, but I'm not. Like it's gonna go through the entire night. And we have finally arrived at Freedom Hostels at Rainbow Beach, essentially. So I'm not gonna lie, that was a very long coach journey. I look like such a state. But yeah, it was very long, but it actually wasn't that bad because I actually slept for a lot of it. I was so impressed. I think it's because I was quite tired the day before because I went to bed quite late purposely to try and make myself tired, so I did actually sleep on the coach, so it made it go a lot quicker. Check-in at this hostel isn't until 1:30, so got quite a few hours to wait. Ooh, I need to go and like freshen up a bit. My lips are also bleeding now because of the sunburn. It's really, really bad. I feel so disgusting. I'm sweaty. I've been in these clothes like all night. I have felt better, shall we say. But yeah, I've also finally like gotten into the room and kind of settled in. I had to check in at 1:30. It's now 3 o'clock. Yeah, I had some lunch and stuff. It was really busy. This hostel was very busy. I'm in a 7-bed mixed dorm, and I think this is the biggest shared room I've been in. So yeah, even though this room is pretty big, it feels very cramped because there's just a lot of people and a lot of stuff right now. I'm trying to sort out my stuff for my tour tomorrow, but yeah, let me just show you the room. 7 beds, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 3 bunks and a single. I've got this one. I was one of the last people to come in here, so I'm on this top bunk here. The aircon should be coming on at 3 hopefully, and it's currently 3. Like, why isn't it turning on? Because this room is so hot and humid and stuffy. And yeah, I mean, I'm not as tired as I expected, but obviously it wasn't a great sleep. It was very broken. I kept changing position on the coach, but I did sleep, so I'm fine. I'll sleep very well tonight, hopefully, as long as the aircon turns on. I'm here in this hostel because I'm doing a Fraser Island tour tomorrow. Like a 3-day tour, so I need to pack enough stuff and I need to sort it out, but I don't know, things just aren't going too well right now. I think I've got all my stuff together. Like, I'm trusting that I know where everything is. I'm just confused as to what to pack, and it's not going too well, but we're gonna get on it. Like, we just need to focus on this and then we can think about something else. Yeah, also, it was raining before. We just need to appreciate that rain in Australia at the moment is a very, very good thing. Essentially, I wanted to talk about, and something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, is staying safe when solo traveling, and I'm a first-time solo backpacker. If you guys have been following this series, for the most part I have felt pretty safe. There's only been like, hello. Hey. Sorry. For the most part I've definitely felt safe. There's only been like a few times, and probably 3 times I can count, that I've not felt unsafe but like uncomfortable, and that's been from the comments I've had from some people and the interactions with certain people. However, I have managed to get myself out of those situations pretty quickly, and yeah, I've always kind of been surrounded by people at the point, so I was never alone in that situation. I made some notes on my phone before. I also don't know how long I'm gonna be in this room on my own for, so I'm gonna try and be quick, and I'm also not gonna be able to cover everything, but I kind of want to cover some key things that I've picked out. The first thing to say is, obviously going solo traveling is scary. Yes, I was so scared, but you can't go with that scared, worried, anxious mindset, because, you know, anywhere can be unsafe. Your home can be unsafe, and we don't normally question that when we go out every day in our lives, you know. It's only when we venture off out solo traveling do all these kind of fears around safety start to like unravel themselves and appear and develop. So the first thing kind of related to that is I try and look confident. Even if you don't know the place, I'm going to a new place pretty much every day or every few days at the moment along the East Coast. So I don't know these places at all, but you've got to walk around looking confident. There's no point looking scared and looking like a lost tourist, because then you will be targeted. You're more likely to be targeted. So I like, before I go out, for example, I was just going to go to the IGA, I'll look on the map to know where the IGA is, so I know whereabouts I'm going to go and I'm heading in that direction. I'm just trying to blend in as a local person. A lot of you also asked is what this thing is. Where is it? I have one of these. I carry this around with me everywhere. I don't often wear it as much anymore, but it's a panic button or a rape alarm, and it's one I can wear on my wrist. It's pretty bulky, but it kind of looks like a watch. You use it if you're in a situation on your own and you need help. You need someone to come and help you. I haven't had to use it, but it's just as a precautionary measure. I got it off Amazon. It's not very good. It's pretty cheap, to be honest with you. I would have probably, if I'd have had more time, invested in a better one, but it works. Hello. So it's been a bit of time since I was literally in this same position. Like, I think a towel has now sprung up, but essentially I had to go out of the room because people came in here and I didn't want to be vlogging and talking to the camera whilst people were in here. I just didn't think that was very sociable or right to do that. But continuing with my little safety talk, I'm also getting slightly worried. I still need to go to the shops. I don't want it to get dark and for me to be out when it's dark. But yeah, that is kind of related to one of my things I wrote down to say is try not to be out late on your own in the dark. Obviously I don't drink, so I don't have to worry about being under the influence of alcohol and, you know, being out late on my own. Like, that's not really my thing. But if it is your thing, like, just be sensible. I just personally would not be out on my own in the dark. I feel unsafe in that situation anyway. So like keeping a check of where your stuff is. Yeah, so that's especially the case for like my valuables. And I, as you guys know in my packing video, I am using the Osprey bags. My big rucksack, I'm not gonna lift it up, it's too heavy, is the Fairview 70, I think. And then this is my like day bag, it's the Daylight rucksack, and I honestly love it. Both of the bags are so durable, so many pockets I can put things in. So for example, I have a specific place where I put my passport. Like, I try and put the most valuable items, like my passport for example, in a kind of hidden place. I have my passport with me most of the time, but sometimes I have left it if I've left my stuff in a locker and I know it's going to be secure. I mean, I just think you just need to know where you've put it, and I also have a copy of it on my phone that I can access whenever, as well as like other documents and stuff, just to make sure that, you know, if you do lose your passport or somebody steals it, you can access it and like try and speed up the process of getting a replacement. And also like other valuables, I have my bum bag with me, so I have like my purse thing that doesn't really look like a purse for money, so that's quite useful. So I have a separate one for kind of like cash, and then I have my like kind of card holder, and yeah, I keep those in my bum bag, so that's like close to my body, so nobody can really kind of pickpocket that if they tried. I don't carry a lot of cash with me. I try and carry as little as possible. I really personally don't like carrying cash. My mum always moans at me about it, but I personally prefer to use a card when I can. But sometimes, yes, if I'm at a market for example, or I need to pay with cash and there's no card machine working, like I need a bit of cash, but I try not to carry loads with me. And yeah, with valuables, if I have to leave my stuff somewhere, I will put it in a secure place, whether that be in a locker in a hostel. Obviously this is a shared room, so you have to trust others that they're going to lock it, which can be a bit like, you know, you feel a bit anxious about that. However, I have met the people in this room. They're all from Ireland. They're really nice. It's a really nice group of them, so I kind of do already trust them, and I won't leave valuables in here. Like, I carry all my valuables with me all the time at the moment because there's no lockers in here as well. Normally hostel rooms will have lockers, but these ones don't, and sometimes that's annoying, really annoying sometimes. But often I'll put it in a luggage storage in a hostel, a dedicated area, or I'll just ask reception. I'll be like, look, I have a really valuable item here and I'm not gonna leave it unattended. So just really just take care of your valuables. Like, they're valuables, you want to keep them safe. I obviously have comprehensive travel insurance with World Nomads. It was a really good policy I got, and I was recommended World Nomads, so I do use that. I also think it's good to like trust your gut instincts. So as I said, I've met these people in this room. They seem nice. Obviously you cannot trust anyone in this world, but if you feel unsafe in a certain situation or around certain people and you have a gut feeling about that, trust your gut instinct, I think, is a useful one to go by. So far, as I've said, most of the time I've felt pretty safe. I haven't been in any bad situations, but you never know. You know, you can never say never. In my phone I also have like emergency contact numbers, like mum, everyone at home, and also like the emergency services here in Australia. I know that it's 000. And also on my phone, on iPhones, when you're turning off your phone, it comes up with this screen, and it has emergency SOS, which you can quickly call, and it has this medical ID thing, which I think is really cool. My sister showed me this. It has my mum and dad's phone number, emergency contacts on it. People can find out a lot about me if I was sitting unconscious, well, very bad scenario, but they needed to get information about myself. That's a useful thing on iPhones. If you have one, set up your medical ID. Also related to like cards and money, I like to have cards that come up with the transaction on my phone, and my Curve card does that. That's why I really like it. It's another added perk of the Curve card. It comes up on my phone when I've made a transaction, so I know that was me. I can track if somebody else is, say, using my card and I've lost it, you know. What else? Oh yeah, so I'm solo traveling obviously, but I've been in tour groups most of the time, or I've been in hostels or in campsites with other people. Like, I've never really found myself on my own, and I think that's nice because there's always people around me. And a lot of you guys have been asking me, like, will I ever go fully solo without doing tours? For me, as like a first time solo traveler, it's been really nice to be on tours. In the future, I think, yes, I would plan my trips so that they're not all in the context of a tour. It's just about building up your confidence with solo traveling. Like, I would not have been okay doing everything completely solo without a guide or a tour, you know? And so for me it's been the best thing to do a lot of tours, but the more I travel, and the more I say travel alone, then the better and more confident I will become at being and doing stuff and exploring on my own. Like, I've had a few days, quite a few days actually, where I've just done my own stuff and I've been fine. It's not related to safety, but I've loved the tours, like being in a group to meet people and having tour guides there to like show you things. And also regarding safety, actually, with tour guides, they'll tell you if a waterfall or like a lake or a beach or whatever is safe to swim in or to explore. Because if you're on your own and you're, say, at a waterfall, how do you know how deep it is unless you have some goggles on? Or how do you know the sea doesn't have like stingrays in it or jellyfish or like rip currents that are really strong, you know? That's been a nice benefit of having a tour guide in terms of safety, as well as having someone who like basically looks out for you and knows where you are. There is so much you could say about safety. I mean, a lot of it's kind of common sense, and it's what you should consider wherever you are in the world, whether you're at home or on the other side of the globe like I am right now. Oh, final thing I should probably say, yes, I'm 22. You might think this is silly. No, actually, I take that back. It's not silly. My itinerary I gave to my mom, specifically everyone at home, so they could know where I would be at certain times. If you saw my video where I left home, the first episode of this series, I printed it out for mum and she stuck it on the wall. I also tried to tell her when I did not have signal, because she gets kind of paranoid about that when I don't reply. But yeah, I just think it's best for you to have someone, whether that be a family member, a friend, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Give someone your itinerary, tell them your plans, let them know where you are, give them updates. Otherwise, who knows where you are? I mean, sometimes that might be harder if you don't have any plans, but give little updates, which is what I try and do. But I suppose the longer I've been out here, the less frequent I've become at like giving mum updates and texting. But it's just because I'm getting more confident with it. But I don't think we should ever be overly confident when traveling, because as I said at the start, you never know when you're safe, you never know when you're unsafe. You can be unsafe in kind of any situation. Yeah, so that's my safety talk. I mean, I haven't traveled a lot, but that's just what I've considered and had in mind, and some of the things I've been employing whilst I've been out here. But I hope that's been useful. If you do have any questions, just ask me down below. I can try and answer them. Yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle on now because it's 6:30. The sun apparently starts to set in 15 minutes and I need to get some vegetables. I mean, I can live without vegetables, but I kind of want to have them so I can make a bit of a meal. It's a 7-minute walk. I checked on Google Maps. The IGA, I haven't been to an IGA. I've been to Coles and Woolies, you know, with using that term now. Yeah, it's only a 7-minute walk away. I'll just have to double check the map because I am still guaranteed to get lost, but you know, have my wits about me, try and make it as quick as possible because I don't want to be walking in the dark. And yeah, then I'll have a shower. This room actually has a shower. I did actually successfully manage to kind of semi-organize my stuff, but I still need to do a few extra bits. The ensuite is actually in here. If you see, if I turn this light on, it's like a full-on wet room. The whole room can get wet, which is pretty cool. The aircon is working as well. Oh, I just realized that. Perfect. I'll have to navigate this charging station. Hopefully I can charge some of my stuff, but it's pretty crowded at the moment. I'm literally so close to the IGA. It's literally up here. So it was about 500 meters, but it's pretty close. I think Rainbow Beach is a really small area anyway. Apparently the IGA is literally here. Oh, found it. Rainbow Beach IGA. I literally just bought peas and sweet corn in a tin and a carrot. I was like, that's all I'm gonna grab. It's also really expensive. Like, they whack up the prices in these small towns and these little supermarkets. It's like crazy. Yeah, this is getting pretty dark and I don't like being out when it's like getting dark like this. Yeah, I feel like the hostel as well is gonna be quite noisy. It's like bingo night apparently, and a lot of people are gonna be drinking, partying, who knows. On the tour tomorrow, I am in my group the only person that doesn't drink, and that's me in a lot of situations. And yeah, I'm pretty fine in that situation, but I might talk more about that in the Fraser Island vlog. Yeah, I think I'll talk about that in the next video because that's a whole other conversation. Another thing, when I'm out at late at night, if I vlog and have my camera out, yes, it's a valuable item that I'm using, but often if I'm filming something, I feel a bit safer because, like, is anyone really gonna try and like steal something from me when I could potentially have it recorded? You know, I don't know. Mixed feelings with that one, but just saying. Anyway, I really need a toilet and I need to have a shower. I'm finally gonna get out of these clothes. And I still can't smile because my lips are like bleeding and very sore. Oh wow, that's so hard. Yeah, they're not in a great state. Don't sunburn your lips. It's painful. Oh my gosh, I feel so fresh. The contrast. Oh, so nice to have a shower. In some hostels, I've like, say, left my stuff charging or my MacBook somewhere where I can still see it, so it's not unattended, but I've then gone and done my cooking because I kind of trust the people around me, it's not too busy, or I have actually asked someone to watch it, I think 1 or 2 times. But yeah, in this hostel though, I'm not gonna do that. It just feels too busy. I'm gonna always be with my stuff. But yeah, that's what I mean when you just have to sense the atmosphere and the vibe. But yeah, I'm going to the kitchen with my food bag, which is about to break. We're in Australia, we should mention this. I got another load of Hydrolyte because, you know, I have first-hand experienced dehydration and we don't need to remember that time. Staying hydrated in obviously hot and humid climates is another thing to mention. Safety related. Oh, sun cream. I got this sun cream the other day. I really want Sunbalm again, but I can't find a price line in these small towns. So I got this one, Natio. I think it's vegan because it was in like the vegan natural kind of section in all the sun creams in the pharmacy. So yeah, I'm gonna try it. It's factor 50 plus. Looks pretty good. So hopefully this will stop me burning. Slip, slop, slap, as they always tell you, especially out here in Australia. They're always like, put your sun cream on. And for a good reason, you know, because you don't want to end up looking like me in the last video.